last time on Unreal Weather. Jared and Jason set out on the first storm chase of the 2009 storm season in an effort to see their first live tornado. The storm season and the chase started off with large hail and strong winds, forcing the two of them to take shelter beneath a tree.
And it is just coming down very strong right now. You can barely hear inside the studio.
Strong winds took a large toll on the topsoil of the unplanted fields, blowing tons of it across the plains.
It is just
After driving through some hard rain conditions, Jared's navigation and Jason's driving was able to put them near the back end of a tornado-producing cell.
This looks like we got nice. Tornado sirens are going off over here in Elmwood. No, Murdoch.
Oh, Murdoch, yeah.
Anyway, we're in a tornado warning. We're going to try and get on the outside of it because we can't see anything.
The pelting they took from the rain, hail, and winds paid off when the two of them on the country road ran into their first cyclonic wind action.
You weren't on the interstate yet.
There's a tornado!
Or you were near your office and you turn around and just go back and hang out there until the storm passes.
At this point, no reported tornadoes in the actual Omaha.
Despite Jason's excitement, it was only just a mild spiraling of wind. The two of them are still looking to see their first tornado live.
This is the site where we saw the tornado go by.
The damage that came from the spiraling winds was mostly based off streamlined winds, damaging roofs, sheds, and trees. Join them on this episode through two more chases as they try to film and photograph today's unreal weather. Hi there, Jason Flaherty here from UnrealWeather.com. You've probably seen me storm chasing with my partner Jared Ritzy. Usually we're surrounded by gray and stormy skies. Well, see behind me it's neither gray nor stormy. I am not out here storm chasing today, but I am doing something that is very important to the storm chasing process. I'm actually out right now testing internet speeds for our computer systems while we are out storm chasing. For the streaming of the video, we currently use a cell phone. Problem was some of our streaming videos were kind of jaggedy, or they'd stop on us because our settings weren't right, because we weren't quite sure what our internet speed was on average, and so it might be high in one area and low in another. So right now I'm out in the country. I've been traveling around for the last 2 hours, checking various spots, various cell phone coverage areas, and testing their speed. And what I plan to do with this then is take it back and find an average that we can work with, and then we'll create a video streaming profile based on those maximum upload speeds. So that way our video that we send out to you guys live is uninterrupted. That's our goal. Now that our storm chasing equipment was all sorted out, we had to test our patience for an entire month of annoyingly blue skies. Until Thursday, May 7th, when we got our first notification of storms within driving range. Alright, right there, that red spot, northwestern Missouri, is where we are going to go storm chasing today. It doesn't look like much right now. Doesn't look like much right now, but that's where the storm is going to build later on. It was a modest 170 miles down to the estimated storm center. The driving was easy under blue skies for most of the trip down, giving us plenty of time to get our equipment up and running. One of the bonuses to storm chasing, aside from seeing the actual storm itself, is getting the chance to drive through small towns along the way. There's a feeling that I get in a small town with a storm for a backdrop,
It feels like you're somehow closer and less safe from the storm than in a large city. We spend most of our time in the car looking at the radar trying to determine where the storm is going to show up.
Again, we have a tornado warning for eastern
that one's completely surrounded, but
in north central Missouri and northwestern Livingston County in northwestern Missouri.
right,
That is in effect
Yeah, that doesn't look what I would normally
8:15.
look for myself.
Eagle Radio protects your family with extensive support.
they're all dying actually. Well, let's see what this one's doing. It's all
Lightning over there. Zoom out of that just a bit and do a screenshot. Or do it right there, do a screenshot of that. You can see on the screenshot that we had the right placement for catching a tornado. The only problem was the storm wasn't cooperating. After studying the radar a bit longer, we figured the cell wasn't going to do anything in the remaining daylight. We turned our car around at Albany, Missouri and headed home. As we drove home through the rain, we were devastated to learn that our storm cell produced a tornado 5 minutes after we left it. As reconciliation for our missing the tornado, nature provided us with an amazing sunset. Both Jared and I felt the need to pull over and snap some pictures to try and salvage the trip. It wouldn't be long, however, before the next storm showed its face. Four days later, we got another chance at a storm. Monday, May 11th, the National Weather Service predicted a storm in western Nebraska. Jared was unable to chase, so I set off alone. My location, labeled as Kronos on the map, has me in good position to catch the storm. I'm currently waiting at Ord, Nebraska, trying to decide if I should wait for the storm to come to me or head further west. The problem of waiting is I risk the storm either losing strength or not reaching me until nightfall. It becomes difficult to see tornadoes in the dark, and we try to avoid viewing at night. I decided against waiting and headed further west. After having driven so far, I couldn't risk missing the storm because I was too slow. The storm I'm waiting on, right there, just went purple. So that means it's building in strength, obviously. So I was waiting in Ord, right there. I'm now going to continue on and try to get this just in case it does anything really worthwhile. Sure enough, here's what I get for waiting for it to come. My storm just spawned a tornado there. You can see that red box. So I'm moving toward it. As I said before, I hope that it will keep up its strength as it moves east. I know that same tornado won't be there, but I'd like it if it would respawn another one. Alright, yeah, that's the storm I'm chasing. It's the front edge of it. The base velocity on this thing is beautiful. Look at that. It's just a great spiral there. I'm still a ways away. At this point, I was feeling desperate to try and see the tornado, so I pushed the pedal down and sped toward the clouds. The unfortunate thing is, I lost my internet and radar at this time, and therefore lost my positioning in relationship to the storm. Well, to be honest, I am pretty disappointed. The tornado, the cell I was at, looked so strong. The base velocity was, really big and had a good spiral to it on the radar. And, I thought I was closer than I was. It turns out I was one county away. I thought I could get there faster than that. Well, that whole time I had no internet, and by the time I got internet back, just downloaded one frame of radar, the whole thing was gone. The cell I was on completely evaporated in 15 minutes before it was supposed to. So I'm really disappointed because I still haven't seen my first tornado, and I was really hoping this would be the time, because it just looked like such a good cell. And it was a waste of gas because I was speeding to get there. I was really speeding, and of course that wastes more gas. But what can you do, I guess? Now I'm looking to head home, because it's pointless for me to keep going to the west because I have no internet out there, and the storms are going east anyway, slowly. My goal is to hopefully find a storm I can keep up with and kind of ride back with to Lincoln, and maybe get something along the way, hopefully. So anyway, now I'm on my way to find gas and food and internet. Let's see here. Sorry, hold on. I apparently hit a pigeon somewhere in there. There's his head. I guess I'm just going to leave it there for now. Gross.
Next time on Unreal Weather. Jared and Jason are treated to a lightning show before crossing the mighty Mississippi River for the first time in the season. They're after a severe line of storms predicted in Illinois that ends up producing deadly tornadoes, killing at least 4 people. The team sees firsthand the power of the storm. Join us next time for today's Unreal Weather.